This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
Hey kids, Wendell Vaughn here. Just hang on one more week and I'll be back. I swear! Don't even give an excuse for Will to make his bad dad joke. But, take it away, guys. Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone. I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hi, everyone.
And the biggest fan of Teen Beat magazine is...
This is Matt from the island of Ra.
For those of you who don't know, Matt Kona is fresh off his guest appearance on Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast by big contributor Ray. Where I learned many tidbits about her, Mr. Kona. I did not know, like his mom used to buy him Teen Beat magazine.
Not at my request.
No.
Just because I was a teen.
Oh, please. You wanted to know what Luke Perry was up to. Shut up.
It was more JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say JT. I thought you were going to say Justin Timberlake. Man, you and my wife would get along perfect.
Well, he is really cool, man. It's really cool.
He's bringing sexy back.
But his home could use some improvement. I mean,
oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jesus. Oh Lord, I'll have to take a picture. Like I have all the sounds on like one app now, and the app I use, I can label the buttons. This button is now literally labeled Kona button. Just send you the pictures. Yeah, everything's labeled like exactly what it is except Kona button. But yeah, Matt Kona was on Into the Night talking to his. If you're a fan of '80s Marvel and DC, man, you'll like the episode. And I don't know if I should give away all the secrets, but Matt Kona was a roadie for a band.
Oh yeah, I not the roadie that tunes guitars. I don't know how to do that. But I sold T-shirts somewhat unsuccessfully, but I did it.
And I cannot believe that somehow Ray got Jake Lockley to do an intro in a Boston accent. I don't know how he got him to do that.
He's a master of many personalities. One of them is a Bostonian, I guess. You know, I couldn't. It's hard. I started doing an Australian accent just by default, and I don't know. Didn't work. I mean, Jake Lockley did, but
David shouted out the Quantum Zone, and they're even talking about quantumzone.org, right, Matt Kona? Quantumzone.org.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. But the one thing I wanted to ask you, Matt, that Ray didn't touch on. So you got into stand-up before you met your wife, correct?
Yeah.
So is that how you guys met? Like in a club or something, maybe, or doing comedy?
Yeah. I was at an open mic at a restaurant called the Tavern at the End of the World.
Oh,
so that's a Hitchhiker's Guide reference, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Will got that reference.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! But so you met your wife at the end of the world. Nice.
We did.
Tavern at the End of the World.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Yeah, just all the stories, man. I'm digging it.
I'm gonna have to give that a listen.
You do, man. It's like the first hour is just pure like the origin of Matt Kona.
All backstory.
And then like
all
it's like 2
backstory.
hours. First hour is all Matt Kona. Second hour is his the 4 comics he would take to a desert island.
Yeah.
So has it been decided? Is it a superhero origin or a super villain origin?
Oh.
Is the jury still out?
You know, I think it's kind of like a Sandman. You know, a little back and forth. You're not sure where it is.
You know, he combined with someone else. He hit someone in the head. Yeah. Now he's working for a woman with an accent. Come on, people. So, anything new in the age of Corona?
Are you?
Just getting
Did you?
Kickstarter comics in.
Oh, nice.
Because Kickstarter still, I mean, I don't have a Kickstarter running right now. Some friends do. Let's see, I think Clay has Deadskins running right now, which is like how do you describe it? Blazing Saddles meets The Walking Dead. It's kind of weird, but it's doing pretty well. Kickstarter is overall down, but it's the comics that are on there are doing really well.
Nice.
So I just got this week. I've got like 2 or 3 in that I backed a few months ago. So it's pretty cool.
I mean, one of the silver linings of this thing is that, there haven't been new comics for a while, so maybe this is helping people with like their Kickstarters and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, people still, not that your Wednesday Warriors are all Kickstarter people, but there's a lot of people that get their comics through Kickstarter these days. It's kind of cool.
People may be scouring the internet for stuff to read now.
Mm-hmm. They've already read all of the internet, so now they're going to download stuff to read.
Oh, but I did an email today from my comic shop guy. Next Wednesday, the books are he said books are coming in, but for some reason it's like DC and all the other all the other companies. He said it doesn't look like any Marvel's coming in. At least that first week. Yeah. So if you guys want new comics, might have to read some DC or some other company.
Or go to Comixology, right?
Yeah.
Or Gumroad, or there's a bunch of digital comics places out there.
Matt Kona, if there's any Batman, you can buy a Batman, because I hear you check in from time to time.
I do. I peek in,
Yeah, both boys still, they want to be Batman, but I said, the problem with that is, one, I have to be dead, which I would not be too fond of. But the other thing that's never going to happen is I'm not going to ever be a billionaire. So
I was going to say, I'm not leaving you that much money, kids. Yeah.
You could just get badly injured and they can be Azrael Batman.
There we go. Yeah, they can be Asbat, right? I get my back broken. I don't like the sound of that either. They've been reading it for quite a while, but I think started getting it around right before New 52, and then so that started with the Snyder Capullo run.
Court Owls.
They know Capullo's name around the house. He's Quasar artist. That's how they know him.
Back in my day, he was the Quasar artist.
They've been reading Batman for years now, and so if I want to know what's going on, I just check in with them. Like, what do you guys think? Okay, whatever it's going is going.
Well, yeah, for once Rebirth hit in 2016, Tom King did 85 issues or something. Yeah, now James Tynion the fourth. Well, he wasn't until the shutdown. I mean, he was doing some good stuff,
Yeah, Tom King said like he had 100-issue story set up.
Yeah, but
part of that's getting moved over to Bat and Cat or whatever.
Yeah, Batman, Catwoman. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a 12-issue series or something, maybe. But yeah. Whenever that it was supposed to be out, I think beginning of the year, but stuff got moved around and then this hit. So who knows what's gonna happen? What was I gonna say? Oh, you know what I picked up? I actually went to the store on Tuesday. I don't know. I'd been reading Harley Quinn in 2016. I didn't some of the writing. I just dropped it, but I just went back now and picked up the last 10 issues, the current issues. I'm liking it. I mean, it's pretty funny because she's making. There was at least 2 or 3 issues where she was making fun of Year of the villain. It's just crossovers in general.
Yeah, that sounds like her and Deadpool go well together, don't they?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's why I think I'm liking this run, because I think Sam Humphries. He's having to break the fourth wall a little more, which I kind of like. Yeah, I was getting a Deadpool vibe, which I like.
Well, Kelly's still on Deadpool now, right? She's been on there for 5-6 months.
Kelly Thompson. Yeah, well, it's well, I know one issue was delayed a month or two, and now with the shutdown, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Although she has a Black Widow series coming out. Number 1 was supposed to be out, I think, April 1st. So it was 2 weeks before everything got shut.
Oh yeah, those are Adam Hughes covers, I think, on those. So yeah, that's got a lot of good things going on for. I don't remember who the artist is on that, but with her writing and Adam doing the covers, I mean, definitely.
Because I think once everything starts back up, they're still supposed to release that. So I was like, oh wait, watch them push that comic back to November when the movie comes out. But all kinds of stuff's getting pushed back because Yeah, this week we got the season finale of The Flash, which was supposed to come, in another 3 episodes or something, but they got shut down, so they kind of had to
global pandemic. Yeah,
do the best they could. But then
I read about that.
What?
The global pandemic. I read about that online.
I hear things. I hear things. But yeah, no, that usually the new seasons of all those CW shows come back like the first week of October. Now they're saying all those shows are coming back in January.
Oof.
Yeah.
Was it at least a finale? I haven't seen the show.
I mean, they kind of wrapped stuff up. They kind of left a bunch of cliffhangers. I think they kind of had to build something out of whatever footage they had.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of a season finale, but I'm reading stuff. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna wrap a bunch of that stuff up, way more than we did. So
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, all those are on hold. Well, they're gonna
remember. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say yeah. So they're not coming back till January because I think the only 2 left are Flash. Oh, Supergirl and Batwoman their finales are coming on Sunday, and because I guess this makes sense now because they announced a couple days ago that Swamp Thing, the one season they got on DC Universe that promptly got canceled. Yeah, I guess CW bought the rights so they can air it. So I guess they're going to air that in September or October. When the seasons were going to supposed to start back up. So it's
cool.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good.
It got good reviews, right? It was canceled just because it was expensive, and they thought that the discount they were getting from the state they were shooting in would continue, and it kind of went away. It was some sort of behind the scenes like that, wasn't it?
I heard at least 3 or 4 different stories, but I think it all came down to like money. But yeah, so I was gonna say it's pretty good. I would check it out if I were you guys, but again, it's CW, so I don't know if they're gonna have to like edit it. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was that much language, but they might have to snip a word here and there. But
I used to watch the USA show of Swamp Thing
because Matt Kona was up all night.
It was on late. I think it was on after Monday Night Wrestling in my formative years of the 80s and 90s. But it was kind of an adult show, and it was, I don't know.
Did you record it on your VHS while your parents were out by the fire, Kona? See, I listened.
Yeah. Probably had got some mileage out of the old VCR. Yeah.
I was going to say that Quasar alumni Mike Manley's on Twitter, and he does an art feed once a month, once a week, something like that. So I'll get his Twitter handle and we can put it in the show notes or something.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, I wonder if we can even try for an interview, even though we're past the Manly issues.
Manly issues.
Manly. I'm sorry. Manly. Yeah. So, should we get to this issue?
Yeah. Hang on just a second.
Our last Quasar issue.
Okay, I gotta mute for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Now back to Swamp Thing talk.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp. There was also a cartoon series of Swamp Thing, which I had action figures of when I was a kid. There was one, if you put it in water, it changed colors.
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah. So the USA series was 1990.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so that was like that was the same year as John Wesley Ship Flash, which you also talked about.
Yeah, it was a big year for DC properties that I didn't know were DC properties, probably. Yeah, okay, so the animated series was in 1991, next year. Man. Oh, they have the first episode on YouTube for free.
Oh, I was going to say, I wonder if DC Universe has any of that.
I don't know. How much is DC Universe? Not to give them a free plug, but
I pay by the year. I'm trying to remember. It might.
Okay.
I know it's under 10. I know that a month, but
that's not bad.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's like I say, I just
they probably have a free month to check it out, get in on it. Right?
Yeah, I think there is like a period where you get like a free whatever, but I do not remember.
Man.
I wonder now if maybe I bought it like a year or so ago, when it first came out. So I wonder if they're doing like longer free trials and stuff just because of the way everything is.
Yeah. One thing about this quarantine, it's like we're we're locked down. There's time to. Sorry, you're working. I know. Not to rub it in, but a lot of us are locked down, can't work, so we have plenty of time to watch stuff. But I did that a lot more probably in the beginning of it. I've sort of let up now, but there's so much that I want to watch, and I can't get away with spending the whole day doing it. The wife would get angry. She'd send me to the end of the world. Will is back. Will, call her. Go ahead.
We were just talking Swamp Thing. Yeah, I'm not seeing the animated series on DC Universe.
I sent you a link on Facebook if you want to watch one episode. I don't know. The entire animated Star Trek series is on YouTube as well.
I have CBS All Access, so that might I think that might be on there. The CBS All Access.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I know all the Star Trek shows are. I wasn't sure if the animated one was.
I haven't gone looking for it, so I don't know, but it might be.
We're still working our way through the first season of Next Gen. We got about 3 episodes into the original series, and Stace was kind of like, okay, we'll just Next Gen.
Beam me out, Will.
Yeah. Oh my lord! I finished Discovery, and I was like, I wanted to talk to somebody, but I don't think anyone's finished the 2 seasons of Discovery so far. And I was just like, I was half tempted to message you guys, be like, guys, after we do Quasar 60, let's just switch over and do all Star Trek talk.
We still got a lot of Quasar talk after 60.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I was just like, Star Trek. I love that. I love it was the season finale, but it could have. I don't know if they knew they were getting a season 3 because it almost seemed like it could have been a series finale. I don't want to spoil too much, but
yeah. Well, sometimes shows will do that just in case to sort of cover their behind.
And then there's those ones who won't. They'll just do a cliffhanger and then they don't get picked up and it never gets.
Yeah, that's just so annoying.
I hate that.
I mean,
or there's I was asking you about the Flash, and I forget if I've mentioned it before. About them knowing if there was going to be a series finale or being able to make one with the shortened season. The season finale of the first season of Star Trek Voyager is just like a random bottle episode about Tuvok training some new recruits, and it was UPN just made that the series finale because of some labor strike or something. It's supposed to be 4 episodes later that just started season 2 with. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was reading that Next Gen kind of started that whole season cliffhanger thing, with I think season 2 or season 2 the best of both worlds, with the boar.
Yeah, best of both worlds. That's the first one I remember. Yeah.
But every season would end with a cliffhanger and be a 2-parter. That would the next season would start with. I don't know. I'm kind of 2 minds of that. If somebody's watched for a whole season.
Yeah,
you I feel like you want to reward them, but the cliffhangers kind of just
got to bring them back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of a cliffhanger, should we get to this issue?
Yeah.
Let's.
Like I said, our last Quasar-less issue, Quasar 41. Look at that false advertising. All you see is hands and quantum bands.
That's true.
Featuring the Avengers, because there's no Quasar.
Yeah, I like the cover. It's like a point of view. You see everything kind of through the eyes, but whose eyes?
Yes.
We know.
It's kind of a cool callback to his dream in Quasar 18, when he thinks he's flying.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
How's that for random trivia?
Let's grab some Capullo art.
That was good.
All right, so yes, this one's a Clash of Marvels. Wait, more than one Marvel? What?
What?
Of course, Mark Waid, writer, Andy Smith, penciler, Ralph Cabrera, inker, Janice Chang, letterer, Paul Beckton, colorist, Mike Rockwitz, editor, Ralph Macchio, group editor, and Tom DeFalco, ed-in-chief.
From December of 1992, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're almost at 93 already.
Yeah.
All right, so this one begins the headquarters of the preeminent Manhattan-based team of superhuman champions. You know them as the Avengers. We see a young man fly in. Hi there, I've come to join the Avengers.
This is going to be a long issue for you.
Yes, it will. issue 43 is going to be my endurance test. All right. So, will you summon him for me, or you want me to give you a demonstration of my powers first, or what? Well, so he wants to be the secretary.
Uh-oh. Here goes my first real test of keeping my cool under pressure since I started this job a few weeks ago. This guy scans to being a power. Question is he a psycho supervillain or what? He seems to be a Studley Anglo superhero I never heard of.
Studley, eh? Wait, how rude of me. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Marvel Boy, and you're...
Donna Marie Puentes.
Well, Miss Puentes, I do have a lot of great superpowers the Avengers will be interested in.
Oh, I'm out of range of the override switch. The stasis field is going to activate any moment.
As it makes a giant quantum hand that pick her up in the chair.
What'll happen to the giant hand he made?
See? And then, yes, energy bars surround him. Huh? Some kind of paralysis beam for little old me. Well, you shouldn't have. I mean, it's not like it can do much against the fella who controls his power with his mind. See, I could set you down pretty as you please, all without moving a muscle. But meanwhile, he moved his arm.
Exactly.
Now, will you please send for the Avengers before I'm provoked into doing some serious property damage? Oh ho! Black Widow, the Vision, Black Knight, and Hercules.
You want the Avengers, kid? You want the Avengers? You've got them in your face, kid.
Early.
Wait a minute. I'm not worth calling in Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man.
We are all the Avengers. You shall require Stripling.
Who is our Black Widow?
I'll take it. Miss Puentes, deactivate the field. Everything's under control. Who the heck are you supposed to be, kid?
I'm Marvel Boy, and I'm here to join the Avengers.
Marvel Boy? You mean the new Warriors who was just convicted of murdering his father?
Huh? Oh, that's not me. I'm the original. I fought crime since the 1950s.
You look somewhat young for that.
Of course, I was in suspended animation for a bunch of decades. I don't want to be mistaken for a father killer. Maybe I better adopt a new name, huh? I know. Call me Quasar.
There's already a Quasar, one of our reserve members.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
Stop kidding. You know what I mean. Quasar's dead. He died in the so-called Infinity War.
They all look very suspicious.
They all look,
yes. The freshly shaven Hercules.
I know, man. 90s Hercules, man.
Yeah.
Surely some of you guys must have been there. I can't be telling you something new. Quasar was given the ultimate nullifier and sent by Thanos the Titan to use it against the big Infinity Warrior himself, the Magus. Only when he used it, it nullified him instead of his target. No one's seen him since, and word in the cosmic community is he's gone for good.
See the last two issues, or
what was it?
Like 4 and 5 episodes ago?
Yeah, it was like, I think, was it 109, episode 109 and 110, I believe?
I was there when young Quasar was dispatched with said device. No one saw what happened to him. But when the malevolent Magus was vanquished and all set to right, he did not return. How come thee by this tragic report, Stripling?
When Quasar's cosmic mentor, Epoch, did he ever tell you guys about Epoch? Brought me out of the limbo I was in. He clued me into what happened and appointed me to take Quasar's place. Ah, see? He don't know what he's talking about. He called Epoch he.
That's right.
I should have been like, Thanos, I mean Epoch. And that's just what I'm doing here. So what do you say? Where's my induction?
I like not this lad's presumption.
And he bubbles up the Avengers. Or do I have to demonstrate my power to you guys? As far as power goes, anything Quasar can do, I can do just as well. My quantum bands are just like the ones that got nullified with his body. Go ahead, test my energy bubbles. You'll find them pretty darn near indestructible. Tell me I can join the club and I'll let you out.
Let us out now, or we will consider this an act of aggression. The constructs cannot hold one who can become intangible as air. Now release them, or I will semi-materialize my hand inside your chest cavity. I am told the experience is excruciating.
No problem, Fishy. There, I popped the bubbles. Now am I an Avenger? Where's the official invitation? Do I get some kind of membership card and signal device?
You get something, impetuous one! An unbreakable grip, courtesy of the Lion of Olympus.
All right, this is part of the initiation, right?
Enough of your prattle about membership. We want to know more about Quasar.
I told you all I know. He's dead and I'm alive. That's all there is to it.
There's something suspicious about his story. We need to detain him, interrogate him at length. Okay, let's talk membership then. I can get you the application to fill out, then schedule a personal interview while we run a routine background check.
Man, that sounds like a lot of bureaucracy. Can't we skip all that in my case? I am Quasar's successor after all. Wait, it's the name problem, isn't it? I need an original name before you let me in, right? Okay, let's see. How about Blue Marvel? Is that name taken?
You're still going to have to submit to our standard procedures, same as each and every one of us.
Forget it. I think I've been pretty patient with all of you, and you're just giving me the runaround for some reason. Why don't I have to put up with it? I'm the protector of the whole darn universe. There's nobody worthier to join your little club than me, but you're so hung up on petty bureaucracy you can't see it. Maybe it's you Avengers who aren't worthy of me. You chumps had your chance. Now you could go hang for all I care. Just wait until your next cosmic crisis, when you're gonna wish you hadn't driven me away. And he flies out the front door.
Whoa, Quasar, says Thor.
Almost smacks. Yeah, and Eric Masterson. Well, that didn't go at all like I had planned. Wonder what the master will say.
Thor, did you see him?
You mean Quasar?
No, someone calling himself the Blue Marvel. He's got all of Quasar's powers, but seems highly unstable and potentially dangerous. I want all Avengers active and reserve put on alert. I want him found and neutralized at all costs. Vision, Thor, go after him. I'm going to investigate his claim about Quasar.
But meanwhile, remember, it's been a few weeks since we caught up here. In a star system countless light years from Earth's, one of Quasar's closest companions is too busy just now to wonder whatever happened to him.
My kismet?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I could be here if you want. I feel like you have like
yeah, go ahead, man.
Reading so far.
Take
no
it
matter no matter how many of you were her, I'm Kismet. They're completely different things.
You're absolutely right.
Kona.
No matter how many of these black warships I disable, more of them keep coming. And all I've managed to do is divert their attention from the hapless world below me. Ugh! Caught me in the crossfire. Impact hurling me into a lower orbit. Am I okay? I know I'm starting to deplete some of my energy stores after the sustained expenditure. By the stars, my arm. At that point, where that photonic blast hit me, I'm scabbing. I have to will it to stop. Won't want to fully retreat into my cocoon state to heal my injuries. She plummets through space. Better find shelter on the planet below and recuperate a bit. If I sustain another wound before I recover from the first, I won't be able to override my body's automatic healing response.
Unknown to the cosmic woman calling herself Kismet, on the other side of the planet are two other Earth natives.
Do we really have to get any closer, Kayla?
You may be able to regenerate yourself. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
You may be able to regenerate yourself a new body, but if you're hit, if you're hit, but not me.
Sorry, Holly, but I figure it's best if we remain a moving target. Look at it, the 50-foot chief exterminator, taking on a dozen ships with the power he synthesized from the Earth superheroes. He's blasting them out.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
He's blasting the tar out of them. Maybe even without my power, he's going to be able to beat back the Black Fleet.
Maybe. But so much of this planet's surface has already been devastated. So many people killed. It's going to be a Perich victory at best.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but as long as any of the natives survive, that means they can rebuild and begin again. Besides, we need someone left in order to help us get back to... Oh. You all right?
Yes. Incredible that death ray was coming up at us at the speed of light, and still Kayla managed to haul us out of the way. Her mastery over that star tattoo's power seems to be growing rapidly.
I love how the 50-foot guy synthesized all these powers of Earth superheroes and always seems to be using a Cyclops' optic blast.
Those Spidey web shooters, no Hulk smashing.
just
no
like
Jubilee light show.
Just like Mysterio's bubble head and Cyclops' optic blast seem to be it. All right. Man, there's a lot of ads in between here for Dragon Quest.
I know. I thought this issue was a Dragon Quest crossover. They had the corner space on the cover like Infinity War crossovers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know how much they pay for that. All right. Meanwhile, back on Earth. Hey, we're finally gonna check in with Ken. So my plan to take Quasar's place in the Avengers hit a snag, but I figured out a way to make them reconsider. But first, I'm going to try to appropriate his civilian identity. I'll need a home base on Earth, and if it worked for Quasar, I'm sure it'll work for me. Blue Marvel out. And he's thinking Fort Freedom's Plaza, home of Vaughn Security Consultants, Quasar's little business enterprise. It's been so long. It's been so long. I don't think.
Yeah.
Not exactly. I'm his replacement. Call me Blue Marvel. You guys were friends of Quasar's, right?
This might be one of Wendell's enemies. Better not reveal anything. Not really. Met him once. We had a fight in a building.
Is that a fact, Mr.
Tanaka, Ken Tanaka.
Then I don't suppose you even want to know what happened to him.
Why? What happened to him?
Aha! Admit it. You're friends with him.
Just curious. He seemed like an alright guy.
Well, Mr. Ken Tanaka, he's dead, and I've taken his place in the cosmic scheme of things. I know he made his headquarters here, so I give you fair warning. I intend to do so as well.
Fine. Now, if you'll excuse us,
I don't have time for games. I'm a very busy protector of the universe. He flies out the window. I'll be back, Mr. Ken Tanaka. Don't bet on it. And you better have my office ready for me.
Hey, Ken, you okay?
Yeah, Marlon, I'm fine.
If this sort of thing happens often around here, I quit. All right. But back at Avengers headquarters.
This doesn't make sense. According to our files, Marvel Boy, real name Robert Grayson, was indeed a crime fighter during the mid-1950s. He disappeared for several decades. Check out the last few episodes if you want to.
Yes.
When he finally returned, he seemingly went mad and terrorized the city until the Fantastic Four subdued him. Back in Fantastic Four number 165.
Last episode.
In battle, he disintegrated himself so that there was nothing left of him except for the quantum bands. The same quantum bands that were sent along to S.H.I.E.L.D. for study and eventually were worn by Wendell Vaughn as Quasar. I just don't see how he could be the... Excuse me, Tasha, I was in touch with as many of the Infinity War participants as I could find, and not one of them has any knowledge of Quasar after he set off with the so-called nullifier. Thanks, Dane. So what do we have here? One quantum band are missing in action and presumed dead, and a second one all too active and from the dead. I sure hope the Avengers manages to locate this little mystery man. It's inevitable, Tasha. He's too whacked out to stay out of sight for long. Black Knight speaking wisdom.
Yes. And we see that exactly in near Princeton, New Jersey, an hour later. That's scum of hive and villainy. Give it up, Heat Ray! The chance of your microwave beam penetrating my all-wavelength blocking shield is next to zilch.
Stay back, punk! This suit has tricks built in nobody ever saw before.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want to know how many of your tricks will work once I slice your conveniently exposed power conduits.
Huh? Oh.
Oh. Aw.
There we go.
I'm waiting for an answer, Heat Ray. And while I'll wait, I think I'll mold some of my stuff into boxing gloves. The better to whoop the tar out of you in your fancy, pantsy, armored, truck-robbing, high-tech highwayman suit of armor.
Say that 3 times fast.
I know. Jeez. Can barely say it in that voice. Oh, gee, I neglected to mention I set my bands to drain all the power out of your suit upon contact.
Buckles back.
Someone want to do Captain Marvel?
Oh, sure, I'll take it. Aha! That police report I panned out. The kid in the cape matches the description I was given.
Now let's have a look at the face of the big bad truck robber. Well, I can see why you'd want to keep it concealed.
Captain Marvel headquarters. Code Blue. I've spotted the target preventing an armored truck heist. Now what? Just keep him in sight, Monica. Don't move until I send you some backup. We don't want to lose him again. Widow out. Just observe. That's easy to know. What's he doing? That's a guillotine. Couldn't stand by and watch a man be beheaded.
Now what did you go and do that for, lady?
Keep you from chopping that man's head off.
I wasn't really going to. I just wanted to scare him a bit.
Scare an unconscious man?
I didn't see you stopping him, miss.
Captain Marvel.
Well, Captain Marvel, I must say, I don't like your snippy attitude very much. And that name of yours, it just doesn't fit you.
What? You tried to squash me.
That's right.
Yeah, he made a quantum wall of spikes that would close in like an old Mayan booby trap.
She flies out and, like, punches him.
Whacks him.
Yep. It's a fight you want, is it, Captain Marvel? Then let me oblige. Just remember, I had no quarrel with you until you gave me one. I was simply apprehending a wrongdoer just to get back into practice. But you look like you're going to be a whole lot more fun to practice on. First, you don't turn tail and chicken out. Let's have some boundaries. He set up a big bubble.
Uh-oh. Now I'm in it up to my eyeballs. I told the Black Widow I'd stay out of this. The Widow's all points bulletin on this character said he seemed to have all the powers of Quasar. I wish I knew just what they were. The energy dome feels solid enough. If only I still had my energy transformation powers, it wouldn't stop in the slightest now. But now, he's slowly shrinking the circumference of the dome, drawing me closer to him, toward him. I'm just going to have to go on the defensive.
She flies into him again.
Got him.
That's twice you socked me, lady. Gonna try for 3. He puts spikes all over his quantum aura.
Whoa, almost smashed into the spikes. Prickles, That's a good look for you, boy.
She's calling him a prick.
I think so.
Maybe I made a mistake giving you all this room to move around in. Maybe you'd like an obstacle course.
Couldn't avoid these things.
Wait, what couldn't she avoid?
These
sparkly quantum tentacles?
They literally are.
They are.
Speaking of good looks, quantum spaghetti looks good on you.
Mamma mia!
Now, before I will it to tighten around your admittedly pleasant-looking body, answer me something. What's your beef with me? Were you that dirtbag heat rays backup?
No, I'm an Avenger. I was set to tell you they reconsidered your membership application.
You're an Avenger? They made a flying girl like you an Avenger and turned me down? Prove you're an Avenger, lady.
My left boot flap. It's ID card.
Oh, yeah? It does say Avengers on it. What do all these buttons do?
They call headquarters. Call them. Ask who I am.
What's the password?
0026A.
No go. Your card's a dud.
I forgot. It only responds to my thumbprints unless I program it so.
And
it's the new OS, the new operating system.
It's thumbprint, yeah. He crushes it. Nice try. Like I'm going to let you touch this gizmo. It may be a disintegrator for all I know.
Why'd you do that?
You're not going to be needing it anymore. But on the planet Skadam.
Really, Kayla? Haven't we seen enough?
I wouldn't mind being... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind being farther from the center of activity here. A lot farther.
This is not good. It can't take much more. I knew it.
Back on Earth. Blue Marvel seems to be trying to crush Captain Marvel. See, the way I got it figured is this. Anyone who would attack the protector of the universe for any reason must be an enemy of the universe. To protect the universe from its enemies, I must destroy them, or else they're just going to come back and do more bad stuff. So face it, Captain Marvel, I really have no choice but to slice you up into what's black and white and red all over riddle. Nothing personal, you understand? What's with the breeze? Oh.
Then you got Thor swinging the hammer. I like this panel a lot with Hercules and the Black Knight backing him up.
Mm-hmm.
Let her go now, or you're gonna eat hammer.
Yeah, Thor, Hercules, and Black Knight. Herc just flexing, doing that Lou Ferrigno flex.
Yeah.
But yeah, next
I
issue.
really like the next issue box. I love the Avengers logo there.
Yeah, a little throwback.
And the Quasar logo.
Mm-hmm.
Next, it says All Out War with the Avengers, the most surprising guest star in the universe, and whatever happened to Quasar. Should have been like a most punishing guest star.
Mm-hmm.
The Punisher. So, I mean, that wasn't a bad issue for considering there was no Wendell.
Exactly. I mean,
the only issue where Wendell Vaughn does not show up in any. Well, he's in that flashback, but his body doesn't show up. His handless body doesn't show up. No way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I have a treat for you guys. Guess what?
Left feedback.
Yes, we got feedback from Matt's best friend, Ray from In Today Night and Moon Knight Podcast.
Oh yeah, Ray, I remember him.
Still remember the little people, Kona? All right, let's see what Ray had to say about this issue.
Roll a clip.
Hey guys, this is Ray, just dropping in some thoughts for Quasar 41, uncharted territory for myself. So it's a nice, interesting read. Anyway, yeah, this was a weird one. First, I guess off the bat, just learnt how much I really don't like this Blue Marvel Rob Grayson.
How dare you!
I don't remember him being such a dick in the 50s Marvel Action, which you guys covered.
Because that was the original one.
Certainly has kind of reinvented him, be a bit of a cocky, just troublemaker, and everything about him in this issue. I mean, I enjoyed reading it. I guess I enjoyed how despicable he was. But one of the semi-shocking things, although he said he he wasn't going to follow through with it, was when he set up that guy in a guillotine, and Captain Marvel was caught him, just in time before he was about to drop it, or pretend that he was going to drop it on the unconscious guy. Anyway, he seems a little unhinged. I'm interested to see, the final page. Good old Thor and Hercules there, kind of flexing his muscles, and Black Knight. I mean, these are three big hitters. Can't wait to see what happens there. I mean, I know the cover to issue 42 has someone else, as Frank there, but the main takeaway for me was he's a bit of a troublemaker. So I'm hoping he gets his comeuppance. I'm hoping Wendell returns. Also, I loved actually seeing the references which Black Widow takes us through. Like, she references the Marvel Action in the 50s, which you guys covered and which I read. So it's really kind of gratifying to see, as well as that 165, the Fantastic Four. So an image there of Human Torch and the Thing. And I also liked the tie-in about how how the, what was it called again? The Crusader, how he disintegrated and his quantum bands inevitably made its way to S.H.I.E.L.D. and actually made its way to Quasar. So I guess that's a roundabout way an origin of the quantum bands for Wendell.
In this podcast.
Very cool indeed. Like I said, this is well written. The art a little not the same as previous. Steve Lytle, or Greg Capullo, but serviceable. So it was still good enough to kind of read and look at. Captain Marvel was a nice little inclusion as well, and Black Widow. I don't know, you guys. A question, I guess. Her outfit, I know it's constantly done and depicted like that as well. Is that a printing thing? Are they just not able to do a standard grey, or is that really? Is it meant to be just like finely pixeled costume? I'm assuming it's meant to come out as grey, but it was more so apparent in this. I've seen it before. But it just seemed to pop out for me here. It seemed to just stick out in this instance. Anyway, guys, off I go. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. And let me know about the that the outfit for Black Widow? What's going on there? Printing? Anyway, keep it quantum.
I kind of like Black Widow's custom bomber jacket that she was wearing in this.
Oh, they all wear that. They all wear that eventually.
The leather jacket era of Avengers.
The Black Knight gets one. Doesn't Hercules even wear one at some point?
I think so. I don't think Cap ever does. Cap wear one at some point?
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
If he does, it might only be like one story, but yeah, like
not the high point of the Avengers.
No,
but
Cersei wears one. Yeah.
As far as her costume, I think it was, and I don't know this for a fact, but I think it was something that Miller kind of started doing. When the Black Widow was in Daredevil, Frank Miller.
Maybe, yeah. I was going to say, was that just like a printing technique back in the day, though?
Yeah, something like some dot pattern or something. I don't know. I've seen it done that way, and then I've seen it done just regular too. So it's I don't know what they're really trying for.
Look! She has an innie belly button.
But
that spider cop in a feel.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because there were some issues of Marvel fanfare, I think, that George Perez did, and it's just black. I mean, they just do a normal black on her, as opposed to this kind of gray. I think.
Unless I was
just probably just artistic license, I guess.
I was gonna say maybe the colorist choice or like I don't know. Sometimes I think they had trouble going all black. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. And
I have to applaud Phil here. Reading Fantastic Four 165 before reading this one.
Yes.
I think that worked out really, really well, man.
Hey, we educated Ray.
I mean, it shows how unhinged he was as a Crusader, and it just continued. The crazy train continued to run.
Yeah, I mean, that's so weird. Yeah, it's so weird because I guess Thanos just, he disintegrated in Fantastic Four, and Thanos just brought him back.
Yeah, and I would assume that's who he was talking to via the bands, right?
I would assume. I mean, well, he does. I mean, spoilers. He does kind of talk to Thanos next issue.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But yeah, he has to kill one of those floating heads. But then after that, Thanos really never mentions him again, and we never see him.
And I'm so curious: are there 3 sets of quantum bands just floating out in the quantum zone right now? Because we had. Glycandra, Marvel Boy.
Yeah, the other,
Was there? And there was one more, right?
Yeah, because there was 4 of them, including Marvel Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said. Oh wait, did he detonate them? Is that how he? I'm trying to remember. Did he?
He just kind of let all of the energy go, and then they kind of went boom.
Yeah, I thought they overloaded. So I don't know if he blew up those bands, but I mean, no, I don't know. And doesn't Marvel Boys follow him to his final fate? Spoilers. Well.
I believe they do, so there should be at least 3 pair of bands in the quantum zone, right? Theoretically,
maybe I guess because weren't Avril was wearing current day Avril was wearing a pair, and now all of a sudden Wendell was. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Now the pair that Phyla was wearing were Wendell's. Those are the originals.
Yeah.
When he got spoilers, Annihilus. I just think that was the Cosmic Control Rod, which is an engine part, more powerful than the quantum bands. I don't think so.
And I like the bands when they're smaller like this. I mean, I don't like Wendell's current look where they're like halfway down his forearm.
Forearm guards, yeah.
I also like that he made quantum boxing gloves, just a staple.
Well, the nunchucks are trademark.
Yeah. I did Steve Lytle lives in Kansas City, so we usually go up to the show up there. But he did a Hal Jordan, Quasar, and they're both doing giant boxing gloves, kind of against each other. It's on the quantum zone out there. It's pretty. I love it.
Nice.
A lot. It's pretty awesome.
But yeah, since Kona brought it up, I so want to know how much Dragon Quest game paid to get that in the corner of the cover, like they're thinking like they're.
I think it was every issue that month, wasn't it?
I know there was a couple of them. Yeah, I don't know if it was everyone or not. It might have been, but yeah, man, who do they think they are? An Infinity story? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Secret Wars 2?
Or a mutant crossover?
Yeah. Or a Secret Wars 2? All right. So yeah, next episode, Quasar 42. You're gonna get I know Matt probably didn't get it much this time, but next time we're gonna have Matt Kona Hercules, Matt Kona mystery guests.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Matt will punish you with his impressions.
Mystery guest star.
The last person you'd ever expect.
Mystery guest star.
Hey, we've run the gamut of the 90s, kids. Just think about it. Spider-Man was in issue 7. Ghost Rider was in 23. Wolverine was in there for Infinity War. So who's the last one we need for...
Venom was in 6 or 7.
Yes, we had Venom. So who completes the 90s set, kids?
I'm just going to spoil it. It's Night Thrasher.
We'll be frank with you. Although I think Ray already said he looked at the cover, so
yeah. it is kind of a spoiler.
Yeah. I don't want to cast a little aspersions here, but cast a little. All right, that's a bit of a stretch, but
yeah.
Oh my lord! I just wish I could be at Ray's house when he's reading 42, and he's just like, yeah, shoot the cheeky bugger, yeah.
Maybe he needs to say that in the feedback for next.
Yes, I need a clean drop, Ray.
Out of the pouch, boing. Sausage.
All right, who's the mystery guest next time? I'll give you a big hint.
The big bazooka.
That's pretty telling.
Yes. All right. Anything else on this one?
No.
All right. So, all right, kids. Again, next time, Quasar 42, followed the week after by Quasar 43. The big fight for the title.
What title?
Anyway, yes, send your thoughts, just like Mr. Ray. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook, Twitter. Follow all of our stuff, the YouTube channel, everything. There's links to everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. Oh, yeah, I think there's even a link to, although no one does it, TeePublic, for our shirts, you know. I never know Ray, but, yeah, we have t-shirts. Well, Capes and Lunatic shirts. And remember to support the sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the Book, now in digital and paperback. And when you do that, and go on Amazon, buy all your stuff, use the links for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. So help support the company, help you bring you these shows, and send some money to Rob Southgate.
Go back and look at my history. I get so much right. Mark my words.
All right. Man of the hour.
That sounds like a super villain.
Yeah, it does, man. Master Doom.
Mark my words. And you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong.
Such a power-hungry madman. All right. Man of the hour, Matt Kona. Where can people find you when you're not wandering down the beach looking for comics?
I'm at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. You would look me up on Facebook. I'll post other random podcasts that for some reason have me on as guests. You learn some new stuff about me. Check it out.
See you later, bunkies.
Well, all right, Master of the Quantum Zone.
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED on Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those places. You can also find my self-published work, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. I don't actually have the copy that I usually show because I'm not where I usually am. So, but it's there. Trust me, diaryofnight.com. And then all kinds of really cool stuff like that sketch that I mentioned at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Exactly.
I love how you have like 50,000 books behind you, but not one Diary of Night.
This is my comics. I mean, I've got the archives up here. I've got, you can't see them over here, but like Absolute Editions and Omnibus. It's, hang on a second.
Oh, gee.
This is the library.
Big is that? How tall is the ceiling in that room? Holy.
Makes me very happy.
boy.
It brings me joy to, what's her name? Marie Kondo? Yeah, it brings me joy.
Yeah, it sparks joy.
It sparks joy. That's what I needed to say.
And you can mountain climb on that bookcase, people.
Whoops, did we lose other show?
Alrighty, everyone. Come back next time. Trust me, do not want to miss it.
Wait, we're returning to a Quasar podcast?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
Consecutive Quasar issues. I love it.
Wendell Fawn. Gobble gobble.
Robert Grayson. Oh, Craze, sorry.
Nailed it.
So yes. 2 more issues of Quasar, then we'll get to that Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, and then I think we got a big long run of Quasar. I don't think you've seen the last of Eric Masterson either.
That's right.
Another of Matt's favorite characters, Thunderstruck.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Quantum Zoners. Fun's just starting. Come back next week. And remember, Quantum Zoners, cut his freaking head off!